Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Previously, according to Bud of Bud's Bar and Grill, the real egg is passed around Sangrio according to a certain set of rules. If Layton and the others can work out what these rules are, they have a chance of getting their hands on it. Yep, this island has thousands, if not tens of thousands of eggs. We're looking for one. Someone has it, we don't know who, we need to find out who. So, we've been given two different directions to go explore in. Let's pick one and get walking. Let's go from here. Oh, looks like it actually loops around, so that's handy. The squirrel pointed out there's a puzzle to find here. And I see that, what's his face? He's the first person we saw here in Sangrio. Cool lighthouse. What a tall house! Who would live in a place like this? Lighthouses guide both aircraft and ships safely home, a vital function. If I were on holiday here, I know where I'd be staying. Is it a hotel? Doubtful? Doesn't look like it. It's way too small to be a hotel. Kinda shocked there's nothing to look at other than the roof. We have horribly littered. I feel awful. Why would you do that? That's not worth the one single coin. Well, we took some litter out of that bush now, so I guess it's all even. Come on, there's gotta be a puzzle around here somewhere. Oh, aha! What have you found, Aurora? It's a puzzle? Why is there a puzzle here? Poor, sweet, innocent Aurora. She hasn't caught on to the puzzle hellscape we live in yet. Boat to Boat 2. Oh yeah, this one. Layton has taken a liking to this somewhat creative approach to crossing the lake, and needs your help so he can do it again. Each boat travels in a fixed direction and at a fixed speed. Red boats move 1 square at a time, blue boats move 2, purple boats 3, and orange boats 4. Remember, Layton can only jump to boats adjacent to him, so try to get him across without making a splash. Righto. I'll be real. I kinda solved the earlier one just with random guesses. Uh-oh. Well, that's not the right answer. I want to go to here, clearly. Okay, we can hop up here. Do we want to? I guess we have to. Oh! I could go south again. Let's try that. That makes me feel good. Feels like the exact kind of tricky thing you'd have to do? No, apparently not. Let's stay back on this. Nope, can't do that. So clearly we want to go north. And do we take this boat here, or ride this a bit? Aha. We'll try that. We're getting up there. My horrible trial and error. No, I probably want to go south. Just a little. Aha! That is not at all what I want. Stay this way. We're nearly there. I can feel it. Surely. Hey!
Allow me to demonstrate.
That, probably took maybe 4 or 5 minutes total. Not bad. Plain sailing. Crossing that lake was no problem. Money may not grow on trees, but it appears that puzzles do. They do? I suppose that makes more sense than somebody climbing up there and hiding one. She isn't wrong. And stretch. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Hello there, Javier. Thanks for the advice you gave us earlier. Oh, hola, chicos. Chicas? Glad I could help. So, did you find the Paponio you were looking for then? Or at least a little harmony? Harmony? Saying that word would suggest you once received the true Paponio. I suppose you could say that. Okay then, let Javier tell you chicas a thing or two. I only ended up with it by chance, you know? Right place at the right time. This lady who'd only just settled down here gave it to me. Can you believe that? I guess when you're local, you're local. You know, happiness always seems to find its way to me. Maybe it's because I'm such an approachable guy. Whoa, slow down. So, you got the Paponio from a woman. Anything else? Time out. If you want to get anything more out of old Javier, you'll have to work out. Work out what? I think he's asking us to do some exercise. Muy bien. Muy bien. I know French. Wait, no, this is Spanish. Here's what you have to do. Oh, language is hard. I can barely grapple with English, man. Nose to nose. It's another full house down at the Sea Lion show, but something's gone wrong and the sea lions are all juggling the wrong balls. The sea lions' bows show which ball they should have. It's up to you to get each ball to its rightful nose. However, bear in mind that the sea lions can't pass the balls very far. Looking at the touchscreen, you can only move a ball to an adjacent sea lion or the next one along from that. As you may have guessed, the sea lion without a shape on its bow doesn't require a ball. Oh. Seems pretty good. Up to 2 spaces away. A limit to the number of moves I can make? Oh, snap! Can only make 15. I think I should work hardest on swapping the star and the square. That's what I should definitely focus on. So, let's try that. Pretty creative stuff here. Take a bit of space. Move you over. Move you here. That's all perfect. I think I need to make a little bit of space with the square here. I think I solved it. There we go. Not bad.
Want an answer? How's this?
3 moves remaining.
Piece of cake.
Sealed it. Phew, that was bound to be confusing. Still, at least the crowd are satisfied. Hooray! Oh, new bloom burst, Gravestone Grove. There, how was that? You feel mentally charged and ready for anything? We feel ready for you to tell us about the true Paponio. Straight to the point, eh? Okay, well, I gave it to a señorita who runs a stall. She looked about my daughter's age. She offered me a deal, 2 for the price of 1 on her Paponio cakes. A deal like that would swing it for anyone. You didn't think of giving it to your daughter instead? Claro que no, because then she'd probably pass it on to some muchacho. And with her luck, he'd be a lazy, no-good, down-and-out bachelor boy. My wife would kill me if I let our baby girl get mixed up with a guy like that. So you're saying girls pass the Paponio on to boys? Oh, haha, I better watch my mouth, eh? Well, time to get back to my daily routine. Still another 500 stretches to do before dinner. Stretch, 1, 2, 3. Did he mention the gender of who he got it from? A local who just settled down recently, he said. If woman must give the Puponio to a man, could the opposite be true for men? Could it go both ways? Hard to say. Also, shoot, I didn't notice what the squirrel pointed out. Oh. Always stretch when you get up in the morning, and before you brush your teeth, and before you shower, and then after. But not during. A small reprieve. Oh, must have been that. I suspect our goal would be down to the south again, but now let's go west. Oh, it's this lady. And a Tarjan goon. Hello again, Miss. I don't even know. Are you staying at the Hilltop Hotel? You are such lucky things. That's Hilltop with one L, so I guess it's a play on Hilton Hotel. Maybe. I have always wondered what it feels like to be a tourist in the place where you live, but the chance has never presented itself. Oh well, c'est la vie. Wait, isn't that French? Huh. Oh, I'm certain you will get your chance one day, Martine. Then you can have that experience the island is famous for. Its blissful sense of harmony. Ah, harmony! It has such a beautiful ring to it. You have heard of it then, no? When I first came to San Griot, I tried my hardest to become part of the ring. I spent many sleepless nights trying to work out who had the true Puponio. Imagine my shock when I discovered the person who held it was the man I had fallen head over heels for. And then he surprised me yet again by asking me to marry him. But instead of a ring, he proposed with a Puponio. Il est faux, non? I guess she is French. Probably. Maybe? Probably not Korean. I think we can rule that out. That is a delightful story. I'm very pleased for the both of you. I knew we did not need it for us to be happy, so before the wedding I passed it on to continue the cycle. I gave it to a very entertaining married man who thought fondly of his daughter. Is the true Puponio always passed on within a relatively short space of time? I hear it is bad luck to hold on to it. I would not want to risk jinxing the bond between me and Mon Mary Magnifique, yeah, that's it. I get there eventually. I don't understand. She is referring to her husband. Who else? You are still a little bud, but one day your fleur d'amour will bloom, and you will see what I mean. Flower of love? There must be a reason that our civilization left the eggs for you, but this cannot be it. Still, this ritual seems to bring these people happiness, even if I don't understand why. Happiness comes in all sorts of forms. This Puponio tradition is just one of them. Oh, I see. But aren't we going to take that away from these people? Well, perhaps we will need to be upfront about it with them. It may be the best way to avoid causing undue upset. I wish we could find them something else to make them happy. Don't get yourself down, Aurora. You've seen how cheerful these people are. They might not even mind. Come on, we better get a move on. I'm glad they're bringing that up. Anything else to say? Before the wedding, I passed the Puponio on to a married man with a daughter. Bonne chance. Hello, you two. Phew, I think we've got more than enough of these Puponios now. Any more and they might weigh down the airship. I knew you'd eventually come around to the idea of just grabbing as many as possible. I still have my doubts. What if every one of them is just a souvenir? Oh, lighten up, Macaw. With this many eggs, there's no way we don't have the real one. Puponio power! I still can't believe that woman at the hotel tried to fob that cheap imitation off on us. Who does she think we are? I'm thinking maybe she was a decoy sent by the boss to test us, in which case it's a good thing we didn't take the bait. I can guarantee you the hotel lady has the real one. If the egg doesn't turn up in this hall, we'll have to come back for another. Well, bad luck to you. In the banana bunch? Ooh, cool fountain. This water is really warm. Hold on, is that a snake? It's got ridges all the way along its back. Maybe it's a dragon. Not all fountains squirt water into the air, of course. Isn't that exactly what that one's doing? I mean, it's not upwards into the air, but still. The Hilltop Hotel, a luxurious place it would seem. It's easy to see where this hotel got its name from. Are there even any other hotels here? I haven't seen any. Yeah, if they have a monopoly on it, they must be packed. Well, I certainly think entering the hotel is our best lead, by far. So in that case, I kinda want to look around elsewhere first. Yeah, let's head south again. We can find someone else to speak to, like these two. Why, good sir, I see this Peponio doll has caught your eye. Such excellent taste, and your choice of hat very dapper. You know, the way this guy here, Benny, the way his face is drawn, especially his mouth, and the way he's animated, he reminds me very much of the fairies in the game Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Rich. Kind of a mouthful. The Layton games were made by Level 5, right? I think Ni no Kuni was made by Level 5 as well. So, maybe the artists are the same? Hard to say. It is very nice, but I'm afraid I have to turn down your offer. Oh, come on, take one. Take one for Benny, for the road, for the future. Hop to it, my good man. You won't find a Peponio better than this anywhere in the world. You're missing out. You'll cry all the way home, I swear. Well, let me see. Yes, the quality of the craftsmanship is quite admirable. Yeah, that's right. Great. So you're going to buy it, right? Ka-ching! Done. Bought. Sold to the man in the top hat. Layton, no. Hola. Back for more cake? Don't be shy. There's always more where that came from. Actually, this time we wanted to ask you about something else. About harmony? Ah, vale. Entiendo. So that's what you were looking for. So you know something. Claro que sí. KC. I even had the true Peponio for a little while. Brilliant. Could you tell us anything about the person who gave it to you? Let's see. It was a regular customer at my stall. You could say they were very fond of swimwear. You say you had it for a little while. You've already passed it on? I'm afraid so, but I can't tell you to who. Everything has to be by the book. But you know what? Since you're such a lovely customer, I will tell you this. It was someone who got married very recently. Cripes, we keep working backwards down the chain. She mentioned her husband loves my cakes too. Peponio is as Peponio does. Aha! You said she and her, so you must have passed it on to a woman. Is it normal to pass an ancient relic around like a piece of gossip? You've talked to so many people now, but there's still no way to know where the egg could be. I think we're almost there, Luke. I'd say we just need one more piece of information and then we'll be able to work it out. How are we going to do that? Are we really so close to working it out? You just leave it to the professor's #1 assistant. I'll bet you anything you like, I can solve this one. You're on, Emmy. If you can't solve it on your first try, you'll have to, treat me to an ice cream. Challenge accepted. I'm starting to get afraid. It has just now occurred to me that for the very first time that maybe we won't arrive at the person who has it, and I actually have to use all the clues I've learned so far to figure out who currently has it. I have not been paying attention that hard. Uh-oh. Well, we're missing a hint coin. I don't care too much to find it. Hint coin's just one hint coin, and I have over 100 of them. Yeah. No. Let's just move on. Does Bud have anything new to say, I wonder? Good luck finding the true Paponio. Probably won't take a smart bunch like you guys very long, though. It'd be quite funny if he had it all along. If he feels like the mischievous sort who would do just that. Anyway. The hotel. Oh, it's, cripes, I almost said Gumshoe's wife. Who? Shelmy, that's it. Core, if I didn't know that was an aquarium, I'd swear we were under the sea. They have done an excellent job replicating a marine environment. Those imitation corals are elaborately designed. And that sofa, it looks really inviting. Mind if I go for a quick nap, Professor? Whale shark. How huge is that aquarium? What is the purpose of furnishing a hotel with such elaborate decor when its primary purpose is for sleep? Exquisite aesthetics have a relaxing effect on the mind. You might say hotels soothe you both mentally and physically. I understand, I think. Yeah. That's probably who we need to talk to. Oh. Nice anglerfish. I feel like he wants to eat her. Well, look who it is. We just can't stay away from each other, can we? Nice to see you again, Emily. Are you staying in this hotel? Why, of course. Though Chelms is being a right grumpy old so-and-so at the moment, I suppose he wants to save money. But I want this trip to be something special. You just can't skimp on these sorts of things. I wish you'd cheer up. You should be glad they at least give you complimentary puzzles. Puzzles? Why are there puzzles? They're a mark of quality, my dear. Here, why don't you have a shot at one of them? Chelms certainly won't. I feel like if my name was Chelmy, I would not be happy being called Chelms. You know, my name, Riley, really just does not lend itself to nicknames. I think there was one person who at one point called me Rye Guy, but No, just Riley's okay. Or Zephyr. Zephyr's fine too, obviously. Ladies A to D are on a 2-day holiday with gentlemen E to H. Each day, they visit a different tourist spot in male-female pairs. On the first day, A and E explore the jungle. B and F go to the prairie. C and G visit the seaside, and D and H enjoy the canyon. The next day, everyone chooses a different location with a different partner. B and E go to the seaside together, and C sets off to the canyon with someone. Where does G go, and with whom? Oh, fuck. This is hard. Okay. Might be time to bust out a hint coin, but first, let's try plotting this out. Let me draw a very scientific diagram. Right? Yeah. Now, here's what I've figured out so far. I wrote down all the numbers, or all the letters, and assigned them numbers too. A, B, C, and D are all women, and E through H are all men. In other words, you could consider A to be woman 1, and B to be woman 2. So I also organized them that way. Now, the top lines up above are color-coded to jungle, prairie, seaside, and canyon. And I charted who went with who. So on day 1, woman 1, A, went with man 1, E. And it went on in a pretty neat daisy chain. Woman 2 went with man 2, woman 3 went with man 3, and woman 4 went with man 4. So that's a very clear pattern. However, for the second day, we learned that B and E go to the seaside together. So, woman 2 went with man 1. And C went to the canyon with someone. Now, if we look at the orientation of... No, I can't see it. The orientation here. So, the seaside. If B went to the seaside, would C, woman 3, go to the canyon? That must be true. Right? It said, C went off the canyon with someone. Okay, C went to the canyon, because I marked it red. But with who? If woman 2 went with man 1, would that mean that woman 3 went with man 2, and then woman 4 went with man 3, and then woman 1 went with man 4? Does it cycle like that? So that means that G went with D to the jungle? Is it D to the jungle? See, we have B and E to the seaside, then C went with the canyon, and G must have went with D, and if it loops, it would go around to the forest? The jungle? Do I have that right? I'm probably doing a very bad way of explaining my logic, but woman 2 goes with man 1. Woman 3 goes with man 2. Loops to the jungle. G goes with D to the jungle. If it's not this, we'll bust out hint coins, but I'm proud of my work, I'll say that.
I'm fairly sure about this.
Yeah!
Oh, I did it!
Ooh, boy. Picture perfect. G goes to the jungle with D. Let's hope that monkey doesn't run off with his hat. The game does not care to explain what logic it is using. Oh well. That's tough. Oh, I got super trendy trousers. Nice. Chums might just be a bit grumpy from the jet lag, even when it occurs to me. I should not have told you guys that I was annoyed by being called Rye Guy once. Now everyone's gonna call me that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a second. I could edit that out. I'm too lazy. Chums might just be a bit grumpy from the jet lag. I even went out of my way to give him a special gift, but he wasn't having it. Oh, it wouldn't happen to be the Peponia from the Harmony Ring, would it? Yes, that's the one. I mentioned our honeymoon to a young lady selling cakes, and she popped it straight into my hand. We're trying to find it now. Do you know where it is? Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. I don't. If I'd known you wanted it, I'd have been able to give it to any one of you. But I heard it's bad luck to hold on to it for too long, so I made sure to just pass it on quickly. I tried giving it to a couple of comedians who seemed to be frantically searching for it anyway, but they wouldn't listen to me. Comedians. They just belted out some angry remarks and stormed off. What can I say? It's their loss. In the end, I gave it to somebody much nicer at lunchtime. If you ask me, he was far more deserving of it than those two. So we'll just have to keep searching. I think we must have asked almost everyone who'd had the egg recently, and we still have no idea. Speak for yourself. What? You've managed to work it out, Emmy? I think I've got the gist of it, yes. As we were told initially, the ownership of the egg changes according to a pattern. If we lay out all the information we've gathered thus far in front of us, we should be able to construct the whole picture. Really? You just can't make head nor tail of it, Professor. All will become clear in due time. But first, let's head back to the marketplace. It's probably Bud. I'm kind of stunned a puzzle that difficult was part of the main story. A very unusual custom, passing the Peponia around, but I'm glad I took part. I passed it on to a man around lunchtime. As for you, Barbara. Well, hello there, Flower. Welcome to the Hilltop Hotel, Sangrio. Are you looking to stay the night? I'm afraid we're fully booked. Well, except for our premium rooms, that is, but you need special tickets to stay in those. You can use the reward points you get for your treasure hunting to get your hands on those tickets. So if you ever do get your hands on one, come back and I'll set you up with one of our most dazzling rooms, okay, Pumpkin? How nice of her. Wonder if we'll actually do that. Probably once we get an article from the World Times. The polished glass allows one to fully enjoy this underwater scene. All the fish look like they're having the time of their lives. Well, that pufferfish is blown up and must be quite distressed. It really does feel as though one has become submerged. I don't want to think about how expensive it is to feed all those fish. I got a My Planet kit. Huh? Oh right, the bloom bursts. I should play that. This kit is apparently the first step to creating your own model solar system. If you look closely, you can see Goku training with King Kai. Let's see. Gravestone Grove, that's it. The eerie sight of an abandoned and a purportedly haunted theme park. Got bats obscuring the view. What are we dealing with here? Plenty of crosses, only 2 horizontals. Jeez, this is a strange start. So I've put one here. It wouldn't even reach all the way up top. Oh, cripes. Oh, this seems hard. Start with this, or can I? Probably makes sense to start with that. Probably. Wait, so these, they all go through fences? No. Only this goes through fences. Start with that. No, probably want to horizontal or vertical. And this can go to here, reaches nice corners. How the hell do I get this top left corner? Do I really have to waste something up there? We'll come back to that. When are you here? Crap. It doesn't feel too organic, does it? See, that doesn't even reach. How do I... Oh, confound it. This really sucks. This really is difficult, but I think what I have right here is correct so far. We want one of these and put one there. That's perfect. Yeah, if I work out what feels just right, then in that case, it'll all work out. Oh, that's not right. So close. Oh! Oh! What? Why did that work? I don't know why that worked. I don't know why that worked. Oh, I'll take it though. Holy shit. Okay. Cool. I did not, cool. We take those. Even here in the lobby, the tables are gleaming. Not a smudge in sight. Whose coffee is this? It's really foamy. It really is a shame we aren't here for leisure. I don't think the squirrel's alerting us to anything. Oh. If it did, it missed that. Or if it didn't, it missed that. Right. We need to go back to what's its face, right? There's a coin here? I don't care. The market, right? Now, from what we've learned by speaking to the different people on this island, we are able to glean a few key facts. Let's lay out the information and work out the rules concerning how the egg is passed around. Do we really have enough information? Of course. Think back, Aurora. We've heard a lot of stories today. Can you think of a common link between any of those stories? I cannot, no. Not one person we met told us exactly who they gave the egg to. That's true. They weren't allowed to give us many details. However, the details they did provide were certainly sufficient to solve the mystery. Let us consider them now. So, let me take a crack at this egg. It really is woman to man to woman to man and so on and so forth. I could get a head start by figuring out which sex has more people around. So for men, there's a Stretch Guy and Bud. Not the two Targent goons, we can discount them. There's Benny too, so that's 3. I think that's it. Then there's a small French lady. The woman with like the black hair and the magenta skirt. And Chelmie's wife. Who else? Who else was there? Uh-oh. I give up. All right. Allow me to assist, Professor. Solve the puzzle. Okay, so what do we know? After Bud put us on the right track, we obtained information about the egg from 6 people, 3 male, 3 female. If you recall, Martine passed it on before her wedding to a married man who thought fondly of his daughter. Right. Martine is the little French woman, and the married man is the stretch guy. Miranda also gave it to somebody married, didn't she? As a gift. No, wait. Yeah, Miranda's the black-haired woman with the weird colored dress. And she got it from a customer, I think. Quite right, Emmy. Now, would you care to explain the common theme in these 2 stories? Oh. I think it's husbands? No. I think it's marital status. Marital status crops up in both accounts. Precisely. In fact, from Martine's story, I'd say that single people can pass the egg on to somebody married, and vice versa. So the egg is passed along depending on whether that person is married or not. Well, there's nothing to disprove this in what we've considered thus far, but I believe there's more to the pattern than that. Let's summarize the male accounts, namely those from Javier and the 2 Targent agents, to gain a better picture. Javier reported that he gave the egg to a girl his daughter's age. We also know that a married woman attempted to give the Targent men the egg. Oh, I think I see what the link is. Genders. Does it have anything to do with the fact that the egg was always offered to someone of the opposite gender? After all, Javier seemed very worried that his daughter might end up passing it on to some sleazy bachelor. So where do we stand now? We have now extrapolated a second rule. Whoever has the egg can pass it on to someone of the opposite gender. For example, if I had the egg, I would be able to give it to either of you, but not to Luke. So a boy can only give the egg to a girl, and a girl to a boy. Almost, but not quite. If you consider Emily's account, you see we run into a problem. Ah, she said that she would have been able to give the egg to any one of us, but how? Emmy, would you care to explain? Tell us what would have made it possible for Emily to give any one of us the egg. Well, they're all single and Emily is married, so... Yeah, it's either rule. Emily could have given the egg to whoever she liked, as long as either one of the 2 rules was fulfilled. She's married, she knew I wasn't, and she knew Luke and Aurora were too young to be. As for the professors, she didn't need to know their marital status because they were already covered by the opposite gender rule. That's correct. If the person you wish to give the egg to is of the opposite gender or marital status, then you can pass it on. Oh, that's quite simple, really. Maybe so, but we still haven't worked out who has the egg. I do remember Emily saying she passed it on to a man at lunch, but we don't know where she went to eat. I do. So we'll need to ask somebody where that was before we can continue? Not at all. Here, let's try to determine who held the egg and in which order by lining them up. Wherever there is logic, a solution follows closely behind. I'll see what I can do. Aha. Okay, so I think Emily had it last. Received the Paponio very recently, passed it on to a man at lunchtime. We can discount the 2 Tarjan goons. A lady who recently settled in Sangrio, her husband proposed with the Paponio and she gave it to a family man before the wedding. Might be this one? A woman who sells Paponio cake, she got the Paponio from someone in swimwear and gave it to a married female customer. Might be this, actually. Okay, so if we look at this order, her husband proposed with the Paponio and she gave it to a family man before the wedding. Sangrio's fittest resident, he got the Paponio from a woman who just moved to the island, yes, and gave it to a woman his daughter's age. Miranda is a young woman who sells Paponio cakes. She got the Paponio from someone in swimwear, yes, and gave it to a married female customer. The only person that could be is Emily. And passed it along to a man at lunchtime. Now, Benny is a boy. So, yeah, Bud has it right now. Received the Paponio from a patron of his bar. Yep, at lunchtime. I was right from the start, like the start. Bud had it the whole time, that bastard. Your chain of events matches my own, Aurora. We can safely say that the egg was handed on in this order. Which means Bud was the last of these people to receive the egg. Puzzle solved. Yeah. But he already refused to tell us who he gave the stone to. We're back where we started, aren't we? After all that. Perhaps not. If you recall, Bud only mentioned receiving the Paponio. But he didn't say anything about giving it away. Precisely. Oh, I see. He might still have the Aura Stone. But what reason would he have for holding on to it? We'll find out soon enough. Shall we pay another visit to Bud's Bar and Grill? Let's. Give me that egg. Hey guys, what brings you back here? We've worked it out. You're the current holder of the true Paponio. You got me. I was hoping you would, actually. You see, I'd been looking for the perfect person to give the Paponio to, and then you came in with that glazed, sad look. I got to thinking that if anyone needed harmony, it was you. I'd be satisfied with just the Paponio, thank you. Gee, you're kind of missing the point. Let me give you the lowdown. We all say the Paponio brings happiness. That's the island way. But its humble beginnings were far from happy. The man who found it, Eduardo Paponio, was at the end of his rope. Oh, really? Yes, sir. He'd hit rock bottom and wanted to idle away his days as a hermit, so he set off for some old crumbling ruins. But bam! He made the discovery of a lifetime. His business boomed, and voila, Sangrio was born. That story sounds familiar. So you're saying that the Paponio was was the basis of the tourist merchandise? Is that a reference to cripes, what was the city called in The Miracle Mask? Oh boy, it's foggy. Uh-oh. Pretty much, yeah. Kinda crazy when you think about it. One little stone egg turned his life around in a flash. So point is, even in the gloomiest of times, you gotta look forwards. Happiness might be waiting just around the corner. Don't take the Paponio just because you want it. Take it because you want to be happy. Egg acquired. Yeah. Thank you. The people of this island always greet us with a smile. I found it odd at first, but I think I understand now. Now that's what I'm talking about. I knew the Paponio would be the perfect gift for you. It's what Eduardo would have wanted, I'm sure of it. Yeah. A happy tradition. The Peponio tradition started with a man named Eduardo Peponio. At a low point in his life, he found the Azran egg and it brought him great joy. He started the Peponio passing tradition in the hope of bringing happiness to those around him. The people of Sangrio appear to have fallen for the legend of the Peponio, rather than the Azran egg itself. Well, ain't that just peachy? Have a little parting words with them. Don't worry about passing it on. I got this funny feeling the Peponio was meant to end up in your hands. Besides, we're a cheery enough bunch as it is. Well, as long as we have his blessing, I guess. Huh, well, how about that? Well, in terms of pacing, looks like I was right on the money. I think from here we can count on each locale taking about 2 videos to finish, with a third for wrapping up extra stuff, speaking to everyone on our way out, and checking out the World Times new news articles, you know? Screw it, I actually think we have a bit of time left. We can get a head start on things. Let's go talk around with people. Rub the egg in people's faces, you know? What is that scrumptious smell? When I find out what it's coming from, I'll be popping it straight into Amelie's delectable... Oh boy. Amelie's delectable delicacies. Yeah, I did it. Yeah. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me. Oh, no one's here? For the road. Toss that over. I'd swirl my mustache. Wait, there wasn't someone like up above, was there? You can never be too sure. Hey, let's speak with them. The next time someone tries to fob the rubbish off on us, I'm going to tie them up in one of our bin bags. If you're talking about the egg that woman tried to give us, I'm starting to think that was probably the one we're looking for. Oh, come on. That's not funny, Macaw. And from the look on your face, I see you aren't joking. After that woman! What makes you think she's over that way, you nitwit? Ugh, for the love of... I wonder what sort of Peponio they'll come back with next. I'm thinking maybe a purple one. Or pink. I don't know. Should we go warn Emily? Maybe. That might be wise. Well, hello there, my darling. A tropically warm welcome to the Hilltop Hotel. We've not got any... I think... Yeah, we read exactly this before. Wait, what? Oh, what? This looks like a whole thing. So Curious is clearly a reference to Curious Village, and Future Suite is Unbound Future. I don't suppose they could have named this one Diabolical Suite, could they? Huh. Whatever this is, let's save it for next time. Huh. Yeah, and come to think of it, speaking with this girl could start a puzzle. There's a pretty good odds of it, actually, so... Yeah, let's take a chill here. I'm pleased that we found the egg. Actually, let's crack open our inventory, have a look at it. What? What do you mean the eggs stack into a single slot? Oh, what the hell could possibly go on these 3 other ones? What? Well, that well and truly baffles me. What? Huh. I don't know. That's freaky. Oh, who knows? Maybe if I finish up Dress Up, Nutty Roller, and Bloom Burst, all 3 minigames, maybe I get some kind of, like, trophy. And then you put them in there and they gleam all nice and pretty. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what could possibly go in there. Well... Sangrio has truly been a nice, relaxing getaway. Just wonderful, cozy vibes the whole time. Even the Targent goons weren't putting up any issue. You know, it was actually genuinely relaxing here. I like how straight it played. Huh. So yeah. I think, yeah, next time for sure, we'll check out the rest of those hotels, see what those 3 suites are, talk to this lady, work our way back to the Bostonius in the one route we have yet to re-explore here, and wrap up loose ends with the World Times. And odds are we'll have to finish out the next video by trying more dress-up minigames, but... yeah, seems to be a pretty consistent schedule here, so that's good. That is good. Nice. I do like fish. Fish are nice. Do I have a favorite fish? Well, whale sharks are pretty damn cool. There's those. Lionfish are pretty. I feel like there's one out there I used to be a big fan of. Oh, you know what else I like? Sea slugs. You ever see a blue glaucus? That's Glaucus. Blue glaucus. They are maybe the most beautiful animal on this earth, in my opinion. They look so cool. Just so cool. Boy, I'm spinning my wheels. I have nothing more to say other than still having a fun time. Can't wait to play more. I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more of Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.